good morning or good evening to everybody, because even though I record in the morning, most people watch when they go to bed. Today I'm starting you guys off with a beloved trigger from my past. When I first restarted this channel, I did not have very many props, and I mostly used garbage I found around my house, and to some extent I still use garbage I find, but I have a large selection of tools now. This little guy I used in a lot of the earlier UI videos and the surgery videos. Any video where you couldn't see what I was doing, because look at it, it's a gross gum wrapper. But I used to put this up to the ear, the mic, and then use this tool specifically to make scraping sounds. And this used to have a piece of paper inside of it. It does still, I think. Yeah, it would crinkle some as I would scrape at it, but it's kind of old and has been stuck at the bottom of my prop box for 2 years now. And I've been going through my props and making decisions about them because I have very limited space where I live. I was in a 4-bedroom house with my ex-husband and my son, and when we got divorced, I pretty much moved my entire life into one 11 by 14 room at my mom's house. And I don't have a lot of sentimental value for objects. I used to when I was a kid. I used to love things, but now I find them somewhat burdensome unless they are useful. And because all ASMR props are somewhat useful to me, it's hard for me to let them go. Because what if somebody asks for that trigger again? Or what if I have a sound I want to make and nothing but a gross old gum wrapper will make that sound? But I used to use this one a lot for scraping sounds. But I thought I'd use it again and see how I still felt about it. So I do need to make room. I'm just running out of space for everything, for the equipment and all my props. And I have some new equipment dreams that I'll share with you guys soon. Thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. I have made enough to purchase a new recorder, which is what I use to interface between the 3DO and the phone, because if you plug the 3DO directly in the phone, it will not work. It needs, there was a way it was referred to online. I don't know what it is, but I have to plug it into a recorder essentially, or an interface of some kind. And the one I have is the Zoom H1N, and it's shoddy, if I'm being honest. It's one of their cheaper models. I've had to replace it with the exact same model before in just the 2 years I've been doing this. And it only has one input for microphones. So I've been reinvesting what I make on Patreon into upgrading stuff for the channel, and I've got a better Zoom that has inputs for XLR mics as well as for the 3DO, so I could have multiple tracks going at the same time in the same recording, which I wanted to do for some more hand-oriented ASMR. I've been wanting to do more like crafty things, but because I can't get my voice close to where the mics need to be, I feel like it won't be as tingly. But if I've got 3 mics going on, I'll be able to make what I hope to be really tingly videos of that kind. my mom. She talks really loud when she's on work calls. I love her so much, and she would feel bad if... Anyway, I know I'm working on having some different kinds of microphones to use, and I know that a lot of people become kind of worried when they think that their favorite ASMR artists are changing their gear. I promise you guys, I always intend to use the 3DO to some extent, but sometimes I have ideas for things I want to do that the 3DO just won't work for, or something else would work better. So I have a desire to have more options so that I can still be as creative as I want to be. 2 years in, and however many videos I've posted now, I still feel pretty passionate about what I'm doing, but I can imagine that in, if I were doing the exact same thing I'm doing now for another 3-4 years, that it would be quite a bit of burnout. That's what I imagine. So having options to let my creativity flourish is what I really want. So when I tell you guys, probably the next time I do a video like this about some of the new mic options I want to have, know that I intend to still keep doing this too. But I'm really excited. I'm doing a DIY project that I'm really hoping turns out. You guys will know about it next month probably, if it did. Sorry I'm talking so much as I normally do. I have so much to say. It's been a crazy month, August. Not only did we have the family vacation at the beginning like we do. I'm going to switch to a new trigger. Bringing it back for you guys. Let's see if it still turns on. It's totally dead. I wonder if I can... Oh, I could change the batteries. Hold on. Hell yeah. We'll just flip them around and see if that works. It did. The light's not required, but it's fun. So yeah, at the beginning of August, we usually take our family vacation where me and my sisters and our kids all get together. But then shortly after we came back from that, we had the family emergency I told you guys about, which just completely sidelined me. And I started taking my ulcer treatment, which was grosser than I thought it would be, more unpleasant than I thought it would be. So I'm just really playing catch up right now. So a lot of the plans I had, for those of you who follow me on Patreon, did not come to fruition this month. But everything is re-regulating. Kids are going back to school soon. No more vacations, no more. It's routine. Routine is going to happen. Sometimes the summer feels like a completely different part of my life because me and all of my 3 of my siblings have summer birthdays. I pretty much only take vacations during the summer unless I'm going to see my best friend. I sometimes go in the winter to see her. And it's just kind of a celebratory, fun time of year for me and my family. And it was challenging to keep to a schedule of all that was all happening that I wanted to do. And I guess that leads me to, I wanted to thank you guys so much for how supportive and kind you were to me while I was dealing with my ulcer and with my family emergency. Everyone was so encouraging for me to take a break and take care of myself. promise you there was self-care going on, but this channel is really important to me, like more than I thought it was. Like being consistent is important to me. I have never, maybe other than raising my son, I have never been as dedicated to anything as I am to this channel. And every time a deadline for posting was coming up, I would think, you don't have to. Like, you don't have to post. Everyone will be nice about it. And I just thought, no, like something in me made me feel like I had to. I don't know if it's appeasing the algorithm or if it's just that I want this to work so badly. It's been a really long time since I felt drive for something, and I came to the conclusion that I really want a YouTube play button. Of all stupid things to want, I mean, or to me, like, it doesn't mean anything really, but it would to me for some reason. And so I've been like mapping out like how fast I'm getting subscribers, and I'm like, well, it'll take me 9 years. It'll take me 9 years to get a YouTube play button if things keep going as they are. And it's kind of just like my life goal right now, with my son going off to college next year and my niece and nephew that I help take care of being grown at this point for the most part. Like, what do I do with my life? And I think getting a YouTube play button is it. But even without one of those, I feel really proud. I feel really proud of myself, which is just an odd thing for me to say. It's not like I dislike myself or anything, but I'm not a person that sees my accomplishments and feels like that swelling of pride the way that I feel about like my son when he succeeds and how proud I am of him. I don't feel that a lot for myself, but this channel makes me feel that way, and I think being consistent with my schedule helps me feel that. So while all of you guys told me to take a break and take care of myself, and I did strongly consider skipping a day or two, it was just too important to me personally to keep with it. So, but I just want to say thank you to everybody for being so sweet. This channel is, everybody here is so nice. Give a special shout out again to Rosie, because Rosie found someone stole one of my videos and was looping it on Twitch, which I don't think has ever happened to me before, which was a little bit flattering, honestly. And pointed it out to me, and I did a takedown for it. It was my first DMC takedown ever, so that's pretty cool. So I should, even without a YouTube play button, I should be feeling pretty successful with my channel. If people are stealing me just talking to you guys. It was one of these videos, like, not where I was doing anything particularly creative either. I was just blabbering away. But I like sharing of myself. I like when people know what's going on with me, you know? While I really admire people who can keep stuff in, one, I don't think it's super healthy. It might be, some people might have managed a way to hold those things in to themselves and still be, like, emotionally healthy. But I am incapable of keeping things to myself. I just want people to know me and know how I'm feeling, and I have an insatiable need to be known by people. So I think that's why I focus so hard on being authentic on my channel is, because I want to be understood. I imagine a lot of people feel that way, I would think. But I think it's particularly endemic is not the word I'm looking for, of artistic people. People who like paint and write and act. My mom is talking so much, sorry. I think the reason that we do this is we want to be seen and known. And I don't care as much about a lot of people seeing me, but I want the people that do see me to know me. Okay, I'm gonna bring back a crowd favorite that I don't use very often. The toe covers. These make a really strong suction sound. I apologize, it can be incredibly intense. I personally find it a little too intense, but you guys have told me how much you like these guys. So, first I'm just gonna they make a great sticky sound. I think they're made of silicone. So before we actually stick them all the way in there, while I try to cover up the sound of my mom making a work call, it's really creepy because it looks like a little mouth. So I haven't recorded it yet because, as I said, I'm incredibly behind. A lot of people have been asking me to do a dental checkup, but your teeth are in your ears kind of thing, which I think I've seen a couple other artists do, and I love the idea a lot. So I have that planned, hopefully for Wednesday. I also want to do, I think I said that last time that I was planning on doing that, but the last 2 weeks have been a whirlwind. Oh, it's like a little yum 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 yum. It's eating your ear. Oh, I don't know that I've used them this way before, but I really like it. You guys ever, maybe I shouldn't suggest that, but I was gonna say, you know, when you see like videos of, no, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna talk about bugs, and I just feel like that's a sensitive ASMR subject. I love these things. Okay, main event. I gently, if I can, put them in your ear like that so that there is blocked ear sound. Trying to make this a long segment because I know that people that really like it really like it. And it is slowly getting hotter and hotter in my room as I stand here. can see on the zoom that this is making some kind of noise. What if I just do this end right here? Let's do that. And then just focus on one side for a moment. I can kind of hear that sound, and it's I think I like it. I'm going to do a surgery video hopefully in September, and I might bring these back for it. They work really well in those ones. So many of the triggers I do are better unseen. Okay, we're gonna do long ones now. Very slowly squeeze them together and then let them peel like that. The reason I really love talking in these videos is because it feels like hanging out with a friend and talking to a friend. It makes the time go by so fast. In videos where I ramble, I'll look up and I'll be like, whoa, 20 minutes already? Whereas when I do the no talking videos, the time goes by really fast. And while I like doing them because they take less thought, they feel like they take twice as long to record. And so when I'm sitting in a phone like this, the talking ones go by in a nice way. I don't even know if you guys were able to hear anything I just said. Many more triggers I was planning on doing, but I took too much time talking like I always do. This has been one of my favorites, and a lot of people have mentioned they really like it. This is a tire pressure gauge, which most people don't use anymore. It's not necessary, but I frequently have put this in videos where I put it up to your ear like this and pull out, or push in up to your ear. And you can hear it makes this really nice clicking sound, springy sound. I love that sound. It kind of reminds me of the spring pick, I think, because it is a spring in here, which I intend to use. Where do I have that spring pick? I'm going to use it in a video soon. I'm trying to be more organized because I'm so far behind. I have a table out right now, right to the right of me, where I've collected all the props I'm going to use for the next 3 videos I do. I don't think that I'm going to get to all of them today because I am sweating. I'm so warm. I'm not even wearing gloves, so the dentist ear one would be miserable. I need to get to it earlier in the day before the sun comes out. also want to do, and I think I talked about this last time, an eye exam, but your eyes are in your ears too. Really, you can do it with any of the classic ones. Oh, Jelly Bean Green has this one where she does the makeup of your eardrum that I used to listen to a lot. I love that one. Okay, I'm going to stick it back in your ears and see if that makes the sound different. It's kind of the perfect shape to go zhorp right there. Trying to see if that makes any noise like that. Okay. Here we are. And then what about this? I can't see my thing. Oh yeah. We'll push it into this side. I think I really like it because when you pull it out, it makes that like drawing out sound that I really have always wanted to replicate somehow. But it's really tough to make certain sounds with the 3DO because the mic is so small, and if you cover all of it, it completely changes the way that the sound is. It makes everything sound more like vibrations and less like real sound. And it's really jarring because I've tried several different times to cover the ear with slime so that I can pick it out like that. But the whole quality of sound changes and everything feels like it's thumping against your ear in this really unpleasant way. And that makes it really hard to make the kinds of sounds that I want to make sometimes. These are to work within the constraints of the kind of mic you have. So I do have two condenser XLR mics already that I purchased from the channel to me when I never got a chance to use them, and I'm really excited to see what they sound like, especially in conjunction with the 3DO, with the new Zoom I got. But I'm so far behind, and I don't have the time to test and fail and spend hours on one video right now, because, as I've mentioned, my schedule is very important to me. There were two other triggers I wanted to get to. I might have to save them. I'll do one of them. It's not one that anybody said they liked very much. So I don't know why I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back for me because I liked it a lot. And I think maybe if you guys give it a chance again, you'll see how cool it is. I do want to give the tire pressure gauge its due. I like it when it clicks like that, when it really grabs the spring. And I have a video game recommendation for people. I played Repo for the first time 2 nights ago. Oh my god, it is so fun. I had such a good time. I played with my niece and her best friend and my son, and it was everything I wanted Lethal Company to be. I tried Lethal Company and I couldn't get into it, even though I like those kinds of horror games. I love Phasmophobia, but I've been playing Phasmophobia long enough now that I'm getting kind of bored of it. It's not scary anymore, although the new Grafton farmhouse rework is pretty terrifying. But Repo was like a great combination of things. I highly recommend it. And I wish that I could get my son to play with me more, but he pretty much did it for one night and was kind of over it. So, okay, last thing I want to do. I used these maybe 2 years ago. I was going to let that jet pass, but it's taking its sweet time. I used these maybe 2 years ago in a Halloween triggers video. They're jack-o'-lantern Mardi Gras beads, and I use them kind of like that, where I just kind of pull them up the ears, but I genuinely just really like the crackling sound of them in my hand, like this. It's kind of a crunchy. I'm going to give you a Mardi Gras bead ear massage. I can probably do it on both sides at the same time. There we go. Sometimes I have good ideas, sometimes I have bad ideas, and sometimes I have ideas like this where I'm not sure yet. But the texture on the pumpkins makes it so that I can kind of rub two of the beads together and make kind of a crunchy, plasticky sound. I probably won't get to the other trigger I brought back because it's getting to be late and hot and I need to step up. But sometimes I get into these sounds and I'm really excited about them and I kind of zen out. I'm trying to do too much at once here. And also the noises behind the kitchen. Stick this bead in your ear here. Just going against everything the doctor tells you to do. That's it. That's all you get.